shortly. Mike, yes. Caitlin, can you answer that for him? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Again, if we can have everyone mute their phones or their computers at the moment, just so we can avoid background noise, that'd be great. I appreciate everyone being on the call this morning. We'll get started here maybe in another minute or so. We'll start at 10:02, Caitlin. Does that sound good?
All right. Good morning, everyone. It is 10:02, so we are going to get started. We are recording this morning, so if anyone wants to watch back afterwards, we also might have a few more people roll on. But good morning. This is myself, Caitlin Doyle. I'm the PGA career consultant that serves the Northern California section. And then we have Junko Harkins here. She's the player engagement consultant serving NorCal, SoCal, and the Aloha section. So we did our Engage, Elevate, Advanced webinars last year, but we're kind of doing a deeper dive into it this year and getting really particular on certain topics. So a couple housekeeping items before we get started. Number one is please mute yourself if you're not speaking, just so we don't have any background noise. I will report the PDR credits after this call for everyone who's here. If you have not registered yet through the link, please do that. For the people that called in, I can't see your name. I can just see your cell phone number. So if you want to write maybe in the chat box or send me a note afterwards that you were here, I would appreciate that. So it's exciting time here in the golf business. We got Memorial Day weekend coming up. I can't believe it's already here. So thank you all for taking the time out of your day for getting on here and learning a little bit more about Junior League. And also would like to thank the section office and Len Dumas and everyone there at the section office for the time and being able to do these webinars. Junko and I have several webinars upcoming, so keep your eyes out for those. We're trying to do once a month just to get more on the calendar. I know a lot of you like to get the PDR credits through the virtual options just because it's harder for you to travel places. So just keep your eyes open for that. And let's get started. At the end, we will have some time for Q&A. So just hold your questions till the end or use the chat box for a question. So let's get started.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Junko Harkins. I know Caitlin just introduced me, but just again to reiterate what Caitlin said, last year we started this webinar called Engage, Elevate, and Advance, and the intent was really just to reintroduce Caitlin and myself to you all and how we can basically support each and every single one of you, but narrowing our support system down into basically 3 different categories by engaging, elevating, and then advancing. So today we are going to take a deeper dive into the engage portion and basically ways you can engage not only with the PGA of America, but with basically your section as well.
So just a reminder, we shared this last year on our webinars, but just like most of you, we love the game and we love playing golf. And that's why we really started in the industry here. And no matter what your PGA classification is, please know that we're just like you. Through our journeys and career paths, they might look different. We still have gone through a lot of the same experiences as many of you. We've gone through the PGA program to become a member. We have the same benefits. We have the same access to resources, and we also need PDR credits as well. We both have experience as golf professionals at golf courses in the green grass setting, ranging from high-end private to public golf courses. And we've also been on that side of the counter. Obviously now we work for the PGA of America, but we just kind of wanted to relate to you that we have experience on that side of the counter, and it's really fun to help serve our fellow golf professionals.
So with this slide right here, just wanted to remind you the PGA of America gives you many different resources to be a successful golf professional, no matter what your path looks like. You may not do all of these programs that we offer, and that's completely okay. And just know that through all of these opportunities, you can find even new opportunities and possibilities for yourself and even your current positions, and also for your facilities. So the key word on this slide is definitely opportunities. I obviously highlighted that in red. But whether you are a general manager, director of golf, assistant golf professional, or a full-time golf coach, every single one of these programs helps you engage, and it's a resource that you can all engage in. And all of these not only allow you to engage with your association that you worked so hard for to become a member, but this will also help you engage with your consumers. So we all know you're really busy right now, but now truly is the time to take advantage of player engagement. And I think we all want to make a little bit more money, right? So all of these resources and programmings that the PGA of America has to offer will allow you to do some of those things.
So today we are taking a deeper dive into one of our favorite topics, PGA Junior League. So PGA Junior League is one of the most popular junior golf programs that there are out right now. It's basically Little League baseball in golf form, and you can run the program all year long at your facility. Right now we have over 2,300 golf professionals and over 2,700 facilities that participate across the country. So we have a short video that shows the positive impact of this program and why some of your fellow golf professionals really enjoy the program. So let's play that video.
I think it's a terrific introduction to golf to play in a two-man or two-person scramble format where both players can hit a shot, and if you have a poor shot, your partner can pick you up. It fosters the partnership atmosphere. It fosters a strategy. If one player might be in trouble, it might change the strategy. And you see that strategy grow as kids progress through the season.
As far as the team thing, what I've really seen is the kids become friends when they're out there, and parents also meet other parents from the neighborhood, meet other parents from the club.
We know plenty of people who had never met before. They come from neighboring towns, but are members at our club. Now all of a sudden, their kids are our best friends. And then as they get older, they're out in the course playing golf. So it's great for them. They're out there playing on their own. They have new friends. And it's also great for the club, because now we have, more people out in the golf course.
Number one would be social. It allows them to be around other kids, to learn how to communicate, but not only communicate about fun things like video games and other interests, but also problem solving. Which way does this putt break? Which way should we go on this hole? And it's really cool to see 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds working together to solve the problem of where do I go with this shot? Where do I go with this shot? And you can see their confidence build as they do that. And the second point would be the confidence of the kids, the self-esteem. It's amazing when they're on the golf course with other kids, whether they're mentoring somebody a little bit younger than them or somebody else is mentoring them, how positive that is for their self-confidence. And confidence for kids is everything.
I think the PGA Junior League, one of the things it does really well is it offers an opportunity for kids to work together.
It's exciting to watch other kids hit a good shot to save the team, save them in that scenario, watch their faces light up. Even though maybe the two kids prior didn't hit a good shot, they're all excited because their teammate did well. And so it lowers this stress level or the anxiety of trying to perform well, that they all feel this sense of team. And it's exciting to see them all celebrate when a good shot happens.
The biggest thing and the most important thing is that we can help raise these kids' self-image. Let's get these kids to these PGA Junior Leagues, and maybe they'll get interested, and that's just about the time they're going to start getting into high school. Man, if they can make that high school team, that raises their self-image, makes them feel better about themselves, and doggone, we've done our job as a community at that point.
So I hope everyone enjoyed that video. Before we dive a little bit deeper into the actual program itself, I just wanted to give a highlight of PGA Junior League, especially last year. So I know Caitlin mentioned this a little bit, but some of the things to highlight on this particular slide is we had every year seems like a record-breaking year, but last year we had over 71,000 junior golfers participate in PGA Junior League across the country. Just think about that number itself, right? How many kids we're introducing to the game of golf, or even just already play, but are really enjoying the team golf aspect. And then another big number to highlight is the $23 million just in coaching revenue last year. So that is what golf professionals are making as a whole, just across the country with PGA Junior League. So again, this is a big win for golf professionals as a program that the PGA of America has to offer. So just again, some of the bullets, it's a lucrative program for the golf professional, and it builds a lot of engagement at your facilities. I know that there's a few people on this call who've participated in PGA Junior League before and knows the impact as far as maybe food and beverage and just the time spent at the golf course through PGA Junior League can then turn into additional incremental revenue, right? So of course, happy families and happy juniors at your golf course just has a big impact value-wise, right? So as far as some of these things in PGA Junior League, Caitlin, have you, especially being our Northern California career consultant and maybe helping individuals get new job positions, or even maybe talk about I guess, sorry, I'm like losing my words here, but just to even negotiate maybe a higher pay, right? Like, does Junior League or even just player engagement in general, how much of that actually comes up in your conversations on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, absolutely. A couple points to touch on. I have a couple notes here, but first thing I want to touch on is obviously as the PGA, our mission is to grow the game and serve the member, right? So PGA Junior League, I feel like is something that does both. We not only serve our members because our members are making more money. There's more money in their pockets from running these programs. They're happier at their facilities. We're retaining, PGA members at clubs because the owners and operators are realizing how much value this brings. And that just keeps our golf industry, flowing and PGA professionals happy. And then the other part of it is it's growing the game. And that's a huge part of what we do every single day. And I think that all of us got into the industry because we love golf, right? And we said that at the beginning. And, we all remember that coach that first taught us the game. A lot of it's probably our parents, but we always, had club professionals that we looked up to. And I think like growing the game is huge. So it's really a really cool program that has really benefited a lot of PGA members. Next point is, you're already doing it. I think most private clubs and honestly most facilities nationwide are already having golf programs. They already have junior golf programs, right? In the summertime. So you're really not doing anything different. You're just adopting what the PGA is giving you and the resources they're giving you, and also the resources of having myself and Junko to help you with the process. It sounds scary at first, but in reality, most of us are already doing this on a day-to-day basis at our clubs. Next point is kind of just how much our golf industry has changed. I think like from COVID, working with clubs every day with searches, I'm seeing that more clubs have more social memberships and more family memberships than ever. I just recently worked on a head golf professional search at Sequoia Country Club here in Oakland, and they were just saying how diverse their community is and how diverse their club is. And honestly, most of the members now are under the age of 50. And so they have families, they have kids that want to be around the club. They want to be active. They want to be doing stuff. And so, you really have to kind of monitor what kind of member is at your club now. And this is the kind of stuff that they want to do at the club. They want to be involved with Junior League. And then the last point is just that retention, like Junko said, is, this is really something that you can bring to your owner, your operator, your general manager and say, like, this is how much money I brought in last year from Junior League. And it's a huge selling point when you're not trying to negotiate your value at the club, if you're trying to get a raise. And honestly, just in general, just to promote yourself and make yourself more valuable to any facility moving forward. When you can successfully run a Junior League program, it's just another feather in your hat, something that you can say, hey, I'm really good with this, and I bring a lot of value to the club. And that speaks volumes, especially now in this era of golf, of the golf industry. So just a couple points. Definitely wanted to point out those items, but yeah, there's nothing better than running a successful junior league program and seeing the benefits it brings to your club.
Thanks, Caitlin. And I know Sequoia Country Club is heavily involved with PGA Junior League in both age divisions, so 13 and under and 17 and under. So, great segue as far as the age. So to dive a little bit into the program, especially for those who aren't as familiar with PGA Junior League, this is just kind of a quick overview. So, and as far as like kind of the PGA Junior League language. So PGA Junior League are for juniors ages 17 and under. And when we say 17 and under, we have two different divisions, if you will. So our most popular one is 13 and under. So this is really anywhere from kids ages we've had as young as maybe 4 or 5 participating up to the age of 13. I won't dive too heavily into like the all-star eligibility. We'll touch on the all-star season a little bit later here, but just know that the age minimum is really up to you as the golf professionals. We aren't going to tell you you have to include a 4-year-old. You can kind of set that limit. So I do have some programs that, again, like I mentioned, might accept a 4-year-old, but we also have programs that say, no, you have to be at least 8 or 9. So you can set that age limit. And then our other older division is 17 and under. So that's any juniors from the ages of 14 to 17. So as far as PGA Junior League, we call it a game. So as you can see here on the slide, it's a competition between 2 teams. This is basically during your regular season. So many of you may be familiar with like a team play format. So let's just say that I myself is at a golf course and Caitlin is at another golf course and she's down the road from me. So we say, let's do PGA Junior League, and I create a team and Caitlin creates a team and we get together and we play a game. So it's also between, let's just, to keep numbers easy, I have 8 players on my team. Caitlin has 8. And so between those 8 players, we have matches in a game. So we create 2-person matches. So I have, with 8 players, I'll have 2 4-person teams, or I should say 2 4-person pairs, excuse me. And then Caitlin will do the same. So we'll basically have 4 different matches going on in a game. And then the way the point system works in sort of like this match play scramble format, if you will, the 2-person pairs will play again in a scramble format, and it's a match play. So let's just say my number 1 and number 2 pair will play against Caitlin's number 1 and number 2 pair. And if my pair makes a par and Caitlin's pair makes a birdie, they will of course win that hole. So they get a point for that hole. However, as you can see here, the way the flags work, and again, I don't want to confuse any of you, so we won't dive into it too much, but basically the flags are broken into 3 holes. So if the first holes 1 through 3 is a flag, and then holes 4 through 6 is a flag. So basically if Caitlin's first pair wins the first 2 holes, and even if my pair wins the 3rd hole, they still, Caitlin's pair will still win that flag for those first 3 sets. So they automatically get 1 point. So again, I don't mean to confuse anyone. We can obviously dive deeper into this if you get started with PGA Junior League. I promise it's not as complicated as it sounds, but I just wanted to kind of run through the overview here. Again, I think the most important thing is that it is a scramble format. So as they talked about in the video, it's really stress-free for the kids, especially if you have any juniors who may have never played golf before. There's always that, as much as we love golf and it's an individual sport, right? Sometimes that could be really pressuring for junior golfers. So the scramble format, and to have someone else who can maybe, to hit a better shot if in case you mess up on one is always a nice way to support one another. So how it works, I want to talk a little bit from more of the golf professional side and how the setup works. So first we have the PGA Junior League website, so www.pgajrleague.com. You'll go there. If you're interested, you'll register as a coach on the website. As the golf coach or the PGA Junior League coach, you do have to be a PGA member or associate in good standing, or an LPGA professional, or a PGA student. So if you have any maybe college students that are in a PGM programming interning at your facility, they can also register to be a coach for you. So that's kind of the requirements. But also, as soon as you register to be a coach, we do have coaching requirements. So this includes a background check and also a safety abuse training. After all, we are working with juniors, so we do have some requirements that would like to be met. And until these requirements are met, your registration pages or anything of your program will not go live onto our junior league website. So just keep that in mind. So basically from here, once you get all those coaching requirements done, you'll set up a registration page for your program. And then one of the things here is this is where you kind of set your coaching fee appropriately. And we'll dive a little bit deeper into that in the next few slides. But just a few other things here as far as the fee and what you charge your players. Just know that there's a $99 annual Game Changer membership fee that it's basically a fee that goes directly to the PGA of America. As you can see here, again, it's a one-time annual fee. So let's just say you start a PGA Junior League program in March and you have 10 players register for your team. They pay this $99 and it's good for the whole entire year. So if you, let's just say, run your first season from March to May, and then you run another season from July to September, and you have the same returning players, they will not have to pay that $99 fee for the second time around. They'll be able to continue to play in as many junior league programs as they'd like to within that calendar year. And this $99 fee, you might ask, what does this include? Why is the PGA of America taking $99 from my families? Well, this $99 fee includes a team kit. So in this picture here that you could see on the slide, every registering junior league player will receive one orange polo shirt and one blue polo shirt. And as you can see, when families register, they can actually choose the number on on the back of the jersey. So this is very similar to like a football jersey, a basketball jersey, and the children's names, their last names are on the back of the jersey. So again, it's team format, right? Who doesn't want a shirt with their name on the back and a number that the junior selects? So this is what comes part of the items that come with the $99 fee. Also that you can see here, they all get a drawstring backpack. They could select either a hat or a visor, a bag tag, and a ball marker. So that $99 fee that the parents pay includes all of that, but also kind of on the admin side, you receive the support from us, from the PGA of America, the branding, and then of course, just the support from the website. So we do a lot of work through the website, and we also have a mobile app for all of the golf coaches, so you can better stay in touch with your teams through all of that. So those are just some of the things that gets covered in that $99 per player. I have another video here that we'll play. Just want to basically show you the impacts of what you can charge as far as your coaching fee and how that impacts you as the professional and the facility as a whole.
PGA Junior League can certainly help impact financially a facility, and it can impact the PGA member if they make it a priority. And they can set the price on what they want to charge on their coaching, and we set the prices for our coaches, so it's valuable for their time. But more importantly, Junior League allows a funnel for somebody to get into the facility and go into the other coaching programs that they have at their facility.
I've seen quite a few members upgrade from social or dining or tennis members into full golf members after doing PGA Junior League because they've seen their kids come out and enjoy it so much. I've had a lot of kids who've worked with me afterwards. They started playing PGA Junior League, they enjoyed it, they want to get better, they want to play in high school, so they've started doing one-on-one instruction and coming out and using the facilities more. As they do that, they're buying more equipment.
Because we're not trying to create repeat customers, we're trying to create loyal customers. Even if something's down the road, maybe they could buy a junior set $5 cheaper down the road. No, they're coming to us because we've created a relationship. So all those dollars all fall directly to the bottom line.
We've been excited with the additional revenue that's come along with kids playing with their parents outside of Junior League, parents and kids supporting our food and beverage program before and after golf, and even the beverage cart on the golf course.
When you look at the bottom line and just the demographic of the golf course. We're loaded with junior golfers now, and PGA Junior League is a big reason.
PGA Junior League is really set up to really help a golf pro succeed financially with additional revenue that may come in through lessons from their players, but just even in the way you set up your league.
When we launched it and we started doing this developmental program, obviously we had an influx of participation. So with a higher group, a higher number of kids that was involved, we found a way to at least financially back a lot of our assistants and motivate them. And we were able to quadruple their income within the first year of launching it with that high of a success rate. So they're motivated to teach the kids, and so everyone's a little bit more positive in that sense.
So I hope everyone enjoyed that video as well, that kind of had the golf professionals around the country talk about the impacts, the financial impacts of PGA Junior League, especially as the coach, and of course the impacts that it has on the facility. So just to take a little bit of a deeper dive onto one, how to collect payment as far as your coaching fee through PGA Junior League and on the website. But, you know, you heard on the video again, it impacts the golf coaches directly, and maybe other programming revenue increases that you might have, and the facility wins through food and beverage and merchandise sales. And then, of course, all the while you're doing this, you're also building that loyal customer base, which is what helps keep continued customers coming to your facility, right? So taking a look at this slide again, just kind of going back to how to collect payment. So the PGA Junior League website will allow you to collect your coaching fee online. So just to kind of see here, so just so you all know, the average to date that a golf professional in Northern California section specifically that is charging for PGA Junior League this year is $276 per player. So when you set up your program on our Junior League website, you can either collect that $276 fee online by setting up a Stripe account. So for those of you who might know, like Venmo, Stripe is like a very similar resource. So you can set that up, set your own bank account connected to that Stripe account. So when families register, that coaching fee of $276 will hit your bank account directly within 2 to 3 business days. So you're not going to be waiting on any coaching revenues. It might obviously take a day or two, but at least you'll get that fund right away. So just to kind of take a look at the overview of what this looks like, and what we like to usually say, a single team is what we recommend is anywhere from 8 to 12 players. So let's just say you're charging $275 plus that $99 fee per player for your program. You're basically looking at $3,300 just in coaching revenue that goes directly into your pocket as the golf coach. Obviously, we have a lot of programs that have a lot of juniors, especially right now since COVID. We've had a lot of facilities that have a lot of kids that come to the program. So if you even double that to 24 players and maybe have 2 teams, or maybe you decide to have an in-house league, so you could see kind of the impact there, right? At $6,600 as far as a financial impact, again, just on the coaching revenue itself. So this doesn't even impact the facility yet. So just one thing to really keep in mind is that the golf professionals really have an opportunity here to put a price on your program. So it's not like someone is telling you, oh, you know, for an hour lesson, you have to charge this much, right? Like this is something that you can really think about and figure out how much you'd like to charge per player. Caitlin, real quick, any comments or maybe like comments or questions or anything that you kind of come across when it talks about maybe junior league pricing at all? And if not, that's okay too.
Yeah, just one thing, just to kind of clarify for everyone. Can you maybe just kind of dive into kind of the concept of the in-house league versus the kind of the single team and what you need? Obviously, some people might not know what the in-house league really entails.
Yep. So an in-house league, so PGA Junior League, initially when we first started, like I mentioned before, it's kind of like a team play where a lot of different golf courses would create travel teams and play against each other, which is obviously a great experience. But especially since COVID, we've had a lot of golf courses go towards what we call an in-house league. So if you can get 24 or more players, you can just deem yourself as an in-house league. So instead of actually traveling to other golf courses to play, a golf professional can essentially create 2 teams, 3 teams, 4 teams, and just have them play at your own golf course. And they're kind of playing against each other. So it's kids from the same facility always playing against each other. I know it's not, for some, we have some golf professionals that feel like that is not ideal, but just remember with PGA Junior League, the enjoyment of the juniors is to make sure that they're playing golf with their friends, right? So whether they're meeting kids from other facilities or not, they just want to be out on a golf course to play. So that's what we mean by in-house league. Again, you don't have to do that, but just know that when you have a lot of what I like to say, like hands in the cookie jar or many chefs in the kitchen, right? A lot of times scheduling becomes a big challenge. So sometimes it's just easier to be able to have your own control over your own program. So then that way you can also control the experience of what the children are, you know, having through the season.
Yeah, no, thanks for clarifying that for everyone. And I'm going to kind of challenge everyone at the end to really think, like Junko said, I mean, you probably can think of 24 juniors at your facility, right, that would take part in this. So don't be afraid to maybe, oh, I can't do it because I don't have clubs in my area that'll want to participate. No, you can still do an in-house league. And it, like Junko said, it's about them out on the course with their friends and the swag they get, you know, and having fun. That's really where the benefit. And you can do this even if you don't have other facilities. So at the end, I might challenge some of you to really think about, do I have 24 players? Can I actually do this? Because I think you probably can.
And just know there's a lot of flexibility around that too, right? So just because you deem yourself as an in-house league, that doesn't mean you can't call the golf course down the street from you and say, hey, like, let's schedule a scrimmage and things like that. So again, this is completely your program, your business essentially to run. So however way you want that to look is totally okay. There's no right or wrong answer here. I know this slide might be a little bit small, but especially because we're talking about pricing and just the support that you can get from myself, and even Caitlin can definitely help you if you need it. But this is a pricing tool that I like to use, especially a lot with our first time PGA Junior League coaches, because one of the most common questions I get is, how much do I charge? I know you said that the average might be $275 right now for the section, but what is a good price? So this is just a good tool where obviously, because it's just an image right now, I can't really show you as far as the versatility of it. But if you actually sit and kind of plug and play with numbers, you can figure out exactly what you may want to charge and what kind of the expenses look like, and ultimately what would be the best fee for you. So I always encourage our golf professionals and our golf coaches, of course, to charge a little bit more than you think. At the end of the day, this does take time, but it is a lot of fun. So, but just make sure that you are golf professionals. You're the professionals and the experts in the game teaching these kids, something to think about, or coaching these kids, and something to remember that as far as in the youth sports world, we are still one of the least charging programs in the country. And if you think about Little League or some of those AYSO with soccer, a lot of times the coaches are actual parent volunteers that are coaching these programs, and you are, again, you are all professionals, so you really need to put a value on it. Caitlin, any comments or additions to that?
Yeah, no, this tool is so helpful. I know you've shown this to me and a couple other player engagement consultants, but definitely reach out to Junko to get this this resource, because this is huge. And I think just reiterating what she said, I mean, like, you guys are all professionals. You know, we have PGA after our name because we went through the program, and you should charge what you should charge, right? And right now it's booming. Golf is booming, and parents will pay it, and juniors want to play, and they want to find other ideas and fun games for them to play. And this is just the launch pad of what is the potential for them to take maybe private lessons, right? So there's just so much potential when they start doing the junior league. They start having fun, they start getting better, and it's just going to spiral into more and more. So really cool.
Additionally, just wanted to share something too. These are just some of our averages from last year as far as like value tracking and what PGA Junior League brought to our golf professionals around the country. Again, I know this might be a little bit small, but just to note, right, like just all of player engagement, especially after doing PGA Junior League, the average of this revenue was over 27,000 for the country again. So this includes all 41 sections. And something I'd like to point out, especially with Southern California being a little bit similar, and apologies, I don't have a full accurate detail for Northern California because I was unfortunately out on maternity leave when we were sending this out. So I didn't get a big push. So that's my fault, my responsibility here last fall, but just wanted to get you a scope of what it looks like. So as far as a similar section to you all, and of course that I support Southern California PGA section, and we had some golf professionals fill it out down here. Just with PGA Junior League alone, as far as revenue into the Southern California section, the average was $42,000. So just think about it. I know that sounds, especially in the state of California, we all know cost of living is high, but $42,000 just with a PGA Junior League program, and that's the average. That's kind of a really, it's a salary. It's someone's salary, or potentially could be someone's salary, right? So I just kind of wanted to highlight again, the financial impact that PGA Junior League can bring to an individual or to your facility, right? Like, because if Junior League itself can potentially bring in about $42,000 in just revenue itself, you can maybe even think about hiring an individual just to run your Junior League program, right, for the summer. So this would be perfect for like an intern or just someone who might be interested in getting their feet wet into the industry. So Caitlin, any comments on that?
Yeah, I'm looking at these numbers and it's just like, I mean, the one that makes me smile and like just something that's so easy, right? Spectator golf cart revenue. I mean, that's $6,000 in spectator golf revenue. That's just like grandparents and parents coming out to watch their son or daughter go play. Like, it's just like a no-brainer, right? Like, that's money to the club, and it's just going to make you so much more valuable. Like I said, when you talk to your employer at the end of the year, and it's so cool, and Junior League is so fun. So I really hope everyone takes part of it. But yeah, really cool data, Junko. Thanks for sharing that.
Of course. Just some other highlights as far as PGA Junior League. So we do have an all-star season. So similar to like Little League Baseball, there's the World Series. So we have our national championship season as well for both 13U and 17 and under. This year, we're really excited that the 17 and under division will have a national championship. And this year also is the first year that we'll have both our national championships at the new PGA Frisco. So we're super excited about that. So just know that by participating in PGA Junior League and offering a program at your facility, you have opportunities to participate in the national championship. And maybe some of you have seen the 13 and under national championship in previous years. They actually televise it live on ESPN. So these kids are on national television, seeing some of the best golf. You know that some of these Junior League players will definitely be on tour in like 10 years from now. So it's pretty amazing to see. I know I touched on this earlier, but through PGA Junior League and the website, we have a mobile app that helps you communicate with your parents and your families. And also you can do scheduling on there. So if any of you are PGA coach certified and have done like the ADM certification and some of those modern coaching certifications, you have access to the PGA coach app. So you can actually run your PGA Junior League program all from the same mobile app. And then just know, again, some of the support that you get from PGA of America, not just the branding as far as PGA Junior League, but our resource center gives you marketing tools. So as soon as you decide that you want to offer PGA Junior League, we already have email blasts and social media posts that you can just copy and paste and send out to your clientele. We help if you really need the assistance as far as marketing. We also have our PR team that can try to help with local community outreach. Actually, A great example is Pacific Grove in Monterey. They were starting a brand new junior league program. Brad, the director of instruction over there, has never done junior league, and he did as much marketing as he could, but he felt like he wasn't getting as many players to register. So we actually had our PR team help with that, and he's getting an interview with the local news station here in the next week to talk about junior league. So we help with a lot of those things. And then scholarship opportunities. So some of you may be in some areas where there are some underserved families, but who are interested in golf. And so if you have any juniors who might be interested in still participating in PGA Junior League, we also have scholarship opportunities available. So just know that there's this whole resource center to you as golf professionals from the PGA of America that we help and support you with for PGA Junior League. Oh, go ahead, Caitlin.
Just a couple of things to add to that slide real quick, Jingo. Just from my experience, so when I was working at a club up in Oregon, I just want to touch on the marketing tools because it is so helpful. Like being able to print off a flyer that's already made for you, right? And putting it in the women's and men's locker room. I remember doing that and putting it in the newsletter for the club, right? It's all done for you. I mean, these images are made. It's not like you're making this on your own. It's available to you. It's ready. There's a lot of videos and resources. I mean, obviously the 2 videos we played here on the call today, but there's also more resources and videos I'm sure Junko can share with you, as well as testimonials. Sometimes to get buy-in from the club, you need maybe someone else, like a general manager at a different facility or a head pro at a different facility, to just have a testimonial and give that to your boss and say, like, this is working over there. I think it could work for us. So use all the tools you have for yourself to really get this going. And then the last thing I want to point out was the scholarship opportunities. So PGA Reach is our PGA of America foundation. So I know many of you are involved with that. PGA Reach serves our veterans through the PGA Hope program. It serves our diverse backgrounds through kind of the PGA Works program, and then our juniors, which is PGA Junior League and PGA Family Cup and all of that. So you're really, there's a lot of potential on scholarship opportunities, and our foundation is wanting to get more people involved with the game of golf and is really striving to get more diverse backgrounds into the game of golf. And so I think it's just really awesome that a lot of people don't realize there are opportunities out there. So if there's a kid at your facility that can't afford this, reach out to Junko because they probably can with that scholarship opportunity.
Yes, thank you, Caitlin, for that. And just something to remember too, with these scholarship opportunities, we don't expect you to not charge anything to these scholarship players. So right now for this year, for every scholarship player that you do accept on your PGA Junior League team, you will receive a $150 coaching fee from PGA of America. So that's basically the value of the scholarship that we offer for from PGA of America for these players who qualify. So just know that we don't expect you to do this for free. Of course, we already love and appreciate the fact that you're willing to accept a scholarship player. So of course, we want to make sure that you are compensated for that. So that is what our scholarship is basically worth, $150.
Yeah, so great presentation here, Junko. Thank you for all the stats here. But just last but not least, we wanted to say, we're here to help you, and please engage with us. Having a relationship with your career consultant and your player engagement consultant is really important. You want to be the first person that comes to our mind when an opportunity arises, right? I think we've mentioned this on our webinars last year, but we're in constant contact with employers and industry professionals every single day, Junko and I. And if we don't know what you're doing at your facility, we can't really speak upon your skill set, right? So we want to get to know you. We want to talk to you. And I think one thing that's important is we're always here no matter what you want to talk about, right? We're here to hear you, to listen, to hear you vent, to talk about anything and everything at your facility, right? So please use us, please engage with us, and please get to know us. And likewise, when we're at events, we're going to do our best to get to know you and serve you the best we can.
Something too that I would like to say to that as well is, if any of you are on this call right now and are actually interested in PGA Junior League, but you feel like you may not have the support from your management or just someone who's more in a decision-making role, please reach out to us. Let us help you maybe get through those challenges. And maybe PGA Junior League is not the answer for you, and that's okay. But if there are things that you really want to maybe add as far as programming to your facility or what you're already doing, but you're running into some challenges, again, Caitlin and I are here to support you and maybe talk you through what some of the next steps are or what we could do to maybe get the yes from your general manager or from your director of golf, or again, whoever is in the decision-making role. So just know that we are here to always help and support you. So I know we went over a lot of information today, but again, specifically PGA Junior League, but we just really mentioned this on our last slide too, but we really just want to help and continue build the relationships with each and every single one of you. Again, whether that's through any type of player engagement programming, or if Caitlin obviously is always there to help you as far as career services. So if you're looking for something as far as a new opportunity and a new position, or maybe negotiating a better pay, we're both here to help through maybe putting together just a portfolio. I know Caitlin will always mention that it's important to keep your resume up to date. So if you're doing PGA Junior League and bringing in some great numbers and revenue with that, you should definitely be adding that to your resume because those things are really important.
Yeah, definitely good points. And just kind of to wrap it up, I mean, there's just so much opportunity out there right now. Obviously, we've seen our industry just boom, right? And we're seeing a lot of the baby boomers, starting to retire and needing to fill the funnel, right? So anything like this that really brings value to your facility and makes you a better golf professional, engage with it and take part in it, because it's only going to benefit you by engaging with your facility and your customers and your members. And it just leads to more and more opportunities for you, for sure. You want to go, Jim?
No, I just wanted to say thank you again for your time today. Obviously, this is an opportunity for some questions. If you have anything specifically, or feel free to use the chat box too. But again, thank you for your time. Caitlin and I are always here to help you. Just know that we'll actually be, if any of you all are going to the summer meeting next month up in Reno, I know that's a big travel for a few of you because the section's so wide, but we'll both actually be up there. So please make sure you say hi to us. And if we don't know you, please introduce yourselves to us so we do get to know you. And yeah, we're excited. So thank you so much again for your time, Caitlin.
Yeah, just a couple announcements. So again, I mentioned it at the beginning, but if you have not registered yet for this, please use that link to register. And I'll report the PDR credit after this call. For the people that called in, I can't see your name, so just message me afterwards so I make sure that I recorded your point for you. And then I wanted to point out a save the date. So like I said at the beginning, Junko and I are really committed to doing these webinars on a monthly basis. There's a lot of topics, a lot of resources the PGA has for you. And so we're really trying to dive into all of them. So please save the date for our next one on June 22nd. It's another Thursday morning at 10 a.m. And this one we're actually going to have, it's going to be on PGA family golf. So, we've talked about the juniors, and now we're going to talk about how you can engage with your families at your facility and kind of bring it all together. We're going to actually have Christy Egnott. She's the kind of the main lead at the PGA of America for family golf. She's going to be on the call as well with us, just kind of going over the details of that and how much impact that can bring to your facility. So don't miss that one. But before we wrap up, I just wanted to see if anyone did have any questions. And if you do, please raise your hand or use the chat box.
Caitlin, while we're waiting on it, maybe to see if anyone has any questions, I'd maybe like to throw out there too, if there's any specific topics maybe that you all are interested in hearing too, send us a note. We're happy to, we want to do what we think that will benefit, of course, you all. So if any of you all have ideas on some webinar topics, we're happy to put something together too.
Yeah, great point. Great point. Well, if there's no more questions, we always, our emails are on there, C. Doyle and J. Harkins at PGA HQ. Shoot us a note, send us a message if you have any ideas. And then also, too, if you have any questions, I know sometimes it's hard to unmute yourself with a group setting. So if you have any questions, give us a call. We can chat about it and see how we can best help you in your facilities. So we're always here to help. I guess we'll give you another 10 minutes back of your time for the day. So thank you all so much for being here, and we hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.